As our children go back to the classroom, parents trust schools to be a peaceful place for students to learn and grow. Unfortunately, though, we all know this, sometimes kids encounter harm or even violence at schools.
It's a reality that no one wants to deal with, but it is important for us to talk about it. So we have some tips to keep your children safe from sexual predators in every environment. Tania Haigh is here. She is the founder of Kids Too movement. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
We know about the Me Too movement. Is Kids Too kind of the same? Do they relate in any way?
You got it. So we always knew that Me Too and women needing to be believed needed to happen before we could get to the kid conversation. So we're building off of the Me Too movement, but Kids Too is really stemmed from an organization I've been leading for the last 5 years called Parents Against Child Sex Abuse. And in the past year, we kept getting brought into other dangers like around online safety that we really wanted to elevate. But Kids Too is fundamentally empowering parents to protect their children at a much higher level. There's so many different areas. Parents are overwhelmed every day, but at the same time, there's so many things that we need to be aware of as parents. And back to school is a great season where we're all getting back in gear and paying attention.
Well, and too, with kids being home at, excuse me, during the pandemic, you know, it was all online, and so maybe they made some friends or met people online. So you've got some tips for us to keep our kids safe, right?
Yes.
Where do we start?
Let's dig in. Online safety is a great one to start because so many times we think about online at home, but it really carries on to the school. So as we know, technology is central to a school curriculum, homework, what's happening in the classroom. What we want parents to know is that there are policies in place that districts put out that we want them to be aware of. There's the Children's Internet Protection Act. It requires federally by law to ensure that schools are abiding by this policy. There are some workarounds that kids can find. They are savvy.
Oh, they are
but
savvy.
we want parents to know that. And then that carries on to beyond the school day. We want parents to be very aware of this concept of online friends versus IRL, in real life friends.
People
Kids
you've met in
through
class,
the pandemic found this way to connect with random strangers that are behind avatars online, Roblox, Snapchat, you name it. You don't always know if that's really a kid behind that avatar. So we want parents to engage with their kids.
Is that why you say keep tabs on who's going to be around your child?
Keep tabs is kind of a parent adage. You're always looking at who's the friend circle. Well, now it's extended to the online friends and who are they communicating with. You might not know about what's happening, and sometimes those online friends lead to what we call offline dangers. That means someone your kid meets online is convincing your child to meet at a Starbucks. A complete stranger, there's no vetting there, so we want parents to be aware.
And it's not just the people they meet online or in their classroom, but also the educators too.
Yes, moving into the educator piece. So, gosh, we send our kids to schools that we traditionally think of as a trusted space, but it's no secret anymore that predators pursue environments where there are children, where there's access to children. Unfortunately, the headlines are just everywhere, including here in Fairfax County. So we want parents to know that 1 in 10 kids are sexually abused by an educator or a staff member at a school. There is misconduct that parents need to be aware of at the school level. We always revere our teachers, which we love our teachers, but sometimes boundaries need to be in place. You don't want them to form too much of a bond. You just kind of want to keep tabs of what's happening there.
Yeah, and also your next tip here is beware of adult predators that could be lurking within that. So maybe not even inside the system,
beyond the school, beyond the school staff. Think about it. Bus drivers, after-school tutors, gosh, even relatives that are involved in your kid's life that you rely on for kid coverage. The data shows that in 90% of circumstances, this is happening to the child by someone the family knows and the child knows. So it's very close in. So it's all those surrounding programs where kids are interacting with adults, camp counselors, that we want parents to also pay attention to.
And one more tip, we're just going to mention it, talk to your kids about child-on-child abuse. So where can people go to learn more and get ways to be helped or to help?
Please visit kids2.org to learn more about our work in empowering parents and protecting their children, about online safety and beyond. A lot of parents think about bullying at school, like that's the catch-all, but the truth of the matter is that there's other kind of violence happening at the school level, and kids harm each other, and then parents need to cooperate with the school, but also take their own empowerment to do what's right for their kids.
So important. This is a hard conversation. Especially when you say 1 in 10. I'm like, this is impacting us and our neighbors. But thank you for having it with us.
Such great things to think about.
Absolutely.
Thank you.